Hello, welcome to First Impressions again. This is for Twin Peaks, episode 4. We are on episode 4 now. We are Sansgen today.
Yes, we are Sansgen.
Because I'm over here filming something else. We're like, let's watch more Twin Peaks. Yay!
Yay!
Except not so much yay today.
Yeah.
Because it was the funeral episode.
Oh man, this show's gotten a lot more sad now.
Yeah.
I think what struck me about this is like funerals in general are just, you know, not a comfortable situation at the best of times.
Yeah.
And a David Lynch funeral, he just takes a look at one funeral and it's like, how can I make this even less comfortable?
Yeah. And the way he does so is by having Laura Palmer's father, Leland,
who's demonstrated already that he is just very distraught about this entire situation, and it takes very little to set him off. And a funeral, yeah.
He is, so he jumps on top of the coffin.
they're trying to salvage the situation by trying to get the coffin to go up and down, and the gears and the noises that it's making, nothing is helping. So
this one was mostly focused on the funeral, although I have to say, like I was mentioning to Dan earlier, being a murder victim, I'm on the side because they have a fight at the beginning of the episode about what to do with her body because the forensics guy wants to do tests on her and things, and then but the rest of the town are like, no, you have no feelings, you have to let us take the body for the funeral. And I was kind of with the forensics guy because I'm like, dude, she got murdered.
Yeah, don't you want to find out who did this?
Don't you want to find out who did this? Like, what if there's some vital test or something that, you know, and then...
Well, it does. I don't think it helps that the forensic guy himself was being an unbelievable douchebag.
He was being a douchebag, yeah.
Yeah, professionalism aside, he was just being an asshole. So what else happened in this episode besides all the funeral-y stuff? There was a lot of very small sort of... Small
character moments.
Divergences from the main overarching plot, which is par for the course with this episode.
Yeah.
Because as soon as something gets a little too real, a little too sincere, the thing just veers off into a different direction.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we had... so little things that happened. We had more of establishment that Bobby's father is kind of controlling and a military jerk kind of thing.
What, you mean the fact that he's always in his military outfit doesn't give it away?
His military. I was telling Dan again, he also plays Scully's father on the X-Files, and he's also a military man in that, and he also
I've
wears
seen
the
him
uniform.
Probably in countless other shows where
I think he's in like JAG or something, which is a military show, so I feel like the guy just never changes out of a military uniform.
That's just what he wears. He just showed up at the set when David Lynch hired him, and I'm like, this is my costume, and David Lynch is like, all right, we'll just write it in somehow.
Bobby got his first I'm not a jerk moment, or rather, he got his first characterization outside of I'm kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Was that at the funeral?
It was at the funeral.
Where he tried to out-awkward poor Laura Palmer's brother?
It was not Laura Palmer's brother. Audrey's brother.
Audrey's brother.
Yeah.
See, I get
he tried to out-weird the...
Because the brother, he's mentally challenged, so the prayer finishes and he just sort of outbursts about it, and we're like, okay, well, that's acceptable, because, you know, that's...
Like, amen! We're like, yeah, good for you, buddy. And
then Bobby just barges in and is like, no, let me show you how
to be weird in this show.
Yeah.
But he did have his, like, you know, he was saying it, and he was genuinely kind of upset about Laura Palmer's death. And
And then Biker Boy showed up.
And then James showed up, and James was upset. He was playing the requisite, or the quintessential viewing the funeral from afar role.
There has to be one at every cinematic funeral.
Every cinematic funeral has to have somebody from in the distance viewing it because they don't feel they belong there.
Yeah.
Because he's broody. And
but yeah, as soon as Bobby goes off on his tangent, they had a scuffle and everything, which was oddly, like everything else in this show, I noticed it was very oddly composed. Because, you know, it came together like they were about to lock arms. People were dragging them apart, and you know, slow-mo was thrown into it. And slow-mo's very, you know, used a lot, whatever. But slow-mo gets a lot less easy to take seriously when you put vocals into it, because slow-mo vocals, that was the layer of David Lynch weirdness on top of that. Otherwise, very somber scene.
We got more Nadine.
God, did we
just
ever.
a little bit more characterization, and like she's pretty
The brilliant
insecure.
part of that scene, it starts off showing you this collection of little knickknacks that Nadine's collected.
Yeah.
And I swear, it's panning across, you only catch a glimpse of it, but I swear, one of them was like this little cherub with an eye patch on it.
All of
I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just see that?
She loves Ed to an unhealthy kind of. Well, she's really insecure about their relationship,
Yeah.
I think, and
And she was sort of like, in her own way, pouring her heart out to him, and he was just standing there like a statue.
They have the chemistry. What did you saying of yogurt and
Yogurt
oil?
and motor oil, yes.
You also found out that Norma has a husband, the waitress lady.
Okay.
And he's in prison. And so there's one quick scene where she's meeting with a lawyer and
Oh, yeah,
it establishes.
Okay.
So that's her husband she's talking about. He's in prison for manslaughter.
Oh, great. Another
And
character
so-
I have to keep track of.
And they're working on getting him out on parole, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the other big plot development. Oh yeah, there's two things. One was Audrey, where we further her crush on Cooper.
Yes.
Which it always sits unwell with me because
How old is she supposed to
she's
be?
in high school still.
Okay,
so
and
it's
she's-
kind
yeah.
of weird. I don't know how old Cooper is, but
Well,
either way,
I can sort of get behind the idea of, you know, a teenager having a crush on a well
it's
put
the fact
together
that the
professional.
show is trying to sell a romance.
Okay, well, if
And
that's the
so
case.
it's like, Cooper further establishes himself as
as
like
an awesome person.
as the most awesome ever. I want to make this a thing. I do.
Oh, God.
I do. It's like
You want to make where somebody
you just
gets
got Cooper.
Cooper. I think you're referring to when he puts the forensics guy in his place again. Because
Yeah.
the forensics guy, they get into a fight in the beginning. The forensics guy comes and cries to Cooper and wants him to sign like an abuse or an assault charge or something like that.
yeah.
And Cooper just like shuts him down
Yeah.
immediately.
The sheriff is like the most patient sheriff in the world. Oh yeah, because like at the very beginning of this episode, you get the whole like. Because we left on a cliffhanger. We left on, I know who killed Laura Palmer.
Yeah, Cooper, that is.
And Cooper said that. And then, so in breakfast the next morning, I was amazed at the sheriff's ability to, like, not, like, slap him in the face.
Yes,
just be
'cause
like,
Cooper-
just get to the point!
Yeah.
'Cause
And then Cooper eventually comes down to, I actually don't know who the
I
killer
can't
is.
remember. But then you also find out that the sheriff and his, I don't know whether it's his deputy
One
or
of his deputies.
one of his deputies
And a few others.
and a few others are part of this like brotherhood
Oh my
in
gosh.
Twin Peaks, and they kind of believe in the mumbo jumbo stuff, and they're like, because there's a presence in Twin Peaks and we don't know what it involves. And
It took a turn into like some sort of Stephen King conversation in the house where they're trying to explain to Cooper that, you know, there's evil
Yeah.
lurking in the village and we've been looking after it for generations. And then
Yeah.
Cooper immediately hits hip to that because he's like, wow, a secret society.
Yes,
like he's
secret
on board
society.
immediately with this.
and they've kind of taken, even though they are the law, they've taken the law into their own hands.
Oh yeah, and then they display blatant examples of vigilantism, which Cooper is also 100% on board with.
Yeah. So this episode, because after the big reveals of the last episode, this episode was a bit quieter.
Yeah, it was very slow, very somber. You know, we
Yeah.
had to deal with the whole funeral thing eventually, and
Yeah.
we got that melancholy sort of stuff out. A lot of detail stuff. We're setting up for things like the drug ring
Yeah.
and the evil presence and
Yeah.
the vigilantism. That's going to probably pay off later, so I'm eager to see that. But at the same time, I'm just glad that I made it through this episode.
Yeah, it was sad.
And there were, you know,
we also got the introduction of Laura Palmer's cousin. So
Yes, which was also an awkward introduction because she just walks in, introduces herself, her and Laura Palmer's
I didn't
father.
realize she only got that one scene.
Yeah, they have a little cry together, fade out.
She does come up again. So
I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
But
weird.
I was wondering if you noticed something about her
What, besides her giganto glasses?
beneath the giganto glasses.
No, sorry. Didn't notice anything.
Okay, I'll wait to see if you notice it next episode.
Okay.
And then, if not,
Those of you out there who've seen the show are probably screaming at the screen right now, being like, Dad, why didn't you see this? Sorry. I get distracted by little things in the corners of every shot in this. Amanda will tell you, every time a shot comes on, I'll be
he's
like, that thing on the wall there!
and I
What
don't
the
know.
hell?
Okay, so we're gonna maybe delve into the next episode. And
Yeah, you want to, so
that
we might
was
as well.
episode 4. Okay, thanks guys, and we'll see you later.
Bye.